the area our
collective responsibility.
That's not necessarily the duty of NCC.
So any park on
see Yerika hour. Yeka hour check the gun biara. Obi biara ye gun or any responsibility there. Yan 1992 Constitution, the 4th Republic 1 year Western. You but to me haboa. Ma, why then? What tre ako amando bebre. True yan nkasa yan ni mama kakra. Extra NCC mayani ya shase kakra ye. Every day be NCC. Ya wa TikTok, ya wa Facebook, ya wa Twitter. Me ya wa them Instagram meeting every year be yan paying for no. What for one of the chapter no article be chrome now what to what I and the flyer no what that to. They are saying then so ye to me for no so. They be one aware them content creators. One so your responsibility. A bit to the drama be or they be do to work or phone in a jovial way no. It be shame be the film. So the NCC we are treating our collective responsibility to make this young constitution go take it down. Not NCC alone, but anybody who has opportunity. They ought to own access to the media, own access to the TikTok, Facebook, and I don't know. One is one phobia. And when NCC and fly anywhere, baby, you can also use to post it. You also transfer the constitution in a digital way. Also, Alabama, they will say, my mom for women. It's in any team in the other my uncle Timon. I did kind of thing in our day. Collective responsibility, the core, able to years soon, my Indian constitution. Why could they get my money now? Because in there, a lot of people man watch TikTok, watch Facebook, watch anything. To throw this in education, or go to Abua, and my name be only there. Yeah, no. Yes, yeah. True, maybe order your name paying for so why it wasn't with me for no so. Or be a content creator, effort, them and them, a year back, but discuss ya. No, two more cancana. The other man paying, order ye. More political parties, order way. More in terms of economic aspect, the social aspect, you can use it in a way, at that all. ABS in a drama form, in a jovial way, or that all. The ABR on my pay is supposed to provide this. Actually, drunk discuss.
I think as part of your team, you had sub teams.
Sub teams, yes.
And as sub teams, so I think we heard about security. We heard about how do you call it? Peace and order.
Yes.
So it means that there are a lot of education activities that is going to go on, yes. And you are going to engage,
yes.
And that you are going to talk about people knowing their fundamental human rights, and specifically that is the work of NCCE. When you mind there, what better now we're educating about our fundamental human rights, specifically when it comes to the Constitution.
Oh, madam, but even there, I'm one thing. The fundamental Constitution, you're the one. It gives every individual, right from the president up to the Ebiawa winning there, woman the right. Or you would need you to the come.
Okay.
Okay. Into no woman right now.
So that's on your right now. So your work is also to educate us about our duties. Okay.
Because the duty no obobwa to streamline yan right, because obia want right. But we should bear in mind there, wherever your duty or your rights ends, it's where somebody's also right was begins. That's why they have given us what the duty in addition to it.
Okay.
There is in your right, you are supposed to ensure that your duty is also be attached to it every year. Because where your right, no, the duty is on your left, now what I'm saying, my right then. Where to go in line, I mean, to be found.
Oh, okay. Okay, so in ensuring that in 2026 you achieve your target or the team, or you educate, you communicate, you engage, and I pay you bit too much and what you have for the good people of Ahanta and in general Ghana?
That's a baby. Them right, you need team on it. Yeah, bobo wa ye na and then they pay. Say bibia be ye you know writing is a lot of people are worry. But in any duty now, over you know constitution no mun. I na ye going de gudu kakra. Tane pay Ahanta na Ghana at large. NCC, you better delve into the duty of a citizen. Because making this year when you need duty, you bottom ya then yama be biara yen potem. Bibi yen a jumum, bibi yen mensing biara mono. You bear with caution. You bear no cop back chima. It is here when you need duty, at least there, or Bob Way, or guardian. In terms of exhibiting right
into not that and pay my SEC Wobet ne Yen asede as Oman Bapa ma osede ye ode nkanko mpuntu yede asomdwe bebre ye nyina alright Oman Ghana nyina okay so me ba cho ntia ba sha ase efi himfa
yeah no constitution no
so that's the constitution no watch yen Omamba Panso yen asede wom
Monday yen for baby chapter 6 which is the directive principle of state policy you know one no national now start from 34 no state about only talk about the implementation of it in that principle of state policy with the 34 only up the best downward the performer that talks about the president on my penny no reason award oye
on na said the on penny
you are about the political objective because politics na area if there isn't any objectives any restrictions guiding us there will be chaos because actually the constitution nankasa chapter 1 now which is the sovereignty nation 4 now also there political parties
okay
only the oil diversion
okay
and then only the oil one party state into no only guiding zebahana political objectives no obotu widen wabem yewe ya hwe economic objective ni na boss upon other omapeni botu ma hwe because say oman ni na economic ni ntumeza yerizin nyama odo hia do wode yenyan yentum yenya orun kwenyim
so honor your campaign na said okay
but in them yeah can point but yeah pattern then anga say yeah that treat then yeah it meanful one isn't
I mean your campaign dey na because all that is already 2 minutes na dash anyway but out here but we'll come there
yeah we adwumezin all right therefore for yaba we'll take around after the other
okay
then yaba the social objective is also that the duty of the state supposed to give in to us here can any social objectives are there are a lot of things and then you between the social objective
but only article 41
article 37
37 okay
then yaba article 38 so talks about the education objective until you share when there or your man paying says to schools the nyamo do education depart a unit is the duty of what the president obasho oba fankofo obasho there wo ba mankofo widen wenya akaza was a bachelor no more former only nyinara wo. Then the culture objective is also part of it. There over there, the other one no, it is the state that ensure they year too, culture. You need be on the ministers and pay your minister for culture and tourism and what they mean now no or your mampino do share because all work and no play what
makes a jack a double.
It's a really about international relations. Also no, it is the duty of what the mampino. That one over to Ashe, my international relations with the other countries.
So that Trump all my visa ban
it is the duty of the Omampeni to ensure that Ghana for yen visa ye botum yenya and as a result of that on the Ghana ye yen embassy wo many bia to bring good relations because it's a new embassy wo wa obey dan no timi mo fo na wo kope won ngitenhuzi woni yezi woni social object daminyama object economic any now no it is the duty na orhwe na urban international affairs in so the duty that man pay no hwe the yen relations with the other countries no timi mfo wo ina so be the good
and Ghana hands we have foreign embassies.
Yes, I want to saw her. Or when you is in Ketan, international pona say, Bia, when you baby piano, or come and pay the way. Any ambassador in Babiano, or any credentials, come and pay the Amman in Maba, we didn't pay more. But shall there meet him for now, Mamma for now, what woman name when Yezi obeyed. Obako ye, what to Ghana for is in Ketan, what to me in Ghana for is Igua. What to I can actually want to the ribbon part, Nigeria first of all, when I fetch our body. That is the social objective. You know, social amenities. When you people, I want so why enjoy one day. Once why Ghana for why Nigeria for Ghana. What to when you want to fetch our that one no me no.
Constitutional. Okay.
But in them you the duty that's the citizens in Ankasa.
Oh yeah, I'm now.
Oh yes, you're not saying. Oh there. But actually, that's what that brought up to the Article 41.
Article 41 of the 1992 Constitution.
Chapter 6, Article 41. Also, that the exercise and the enjoyment of the right in freedom is inseparable. And the American freedom and your duty. And to me, what right in fee with duty. Or that right, no with duty now. You go accordingly in performing your duty as a citizen of Ghana. But you share in accordance in upon us in there. Shall so bring a baby to that shall Jado yen share. Our day. Until clause 41 clause any pattern was in can us in there to promote the prestige and the good name of Ghana and respect the symbols of the nation. But most of the time, we are promoting any prestige. The Ghana already get the walk by your own. If you are woman, all year, or the no all year, baby, or that old do baby not Kadoya Ghana, or fair. The blue proper Kadoya and the employer then, or fair. But in any prestige, you no culture, you know, or not change the Yabadi, a Ghana for.
Oh yeah, you're not said there.
You portray. And then when the member of parliament who have the hunter heritage, it is our prestige. Do you to your hunter for that boss there say, or big banner, but today, any BB or China, any prestige and any identity, yan BB or ye so there, you be a hunter years you could do. Yana you for to 20 Tamade go do. Ghana ye be your reason and not fashe, yan says my messa yen, Miss my yen, national nyama, only no to identify the Ghana for. Yet by any symbols, we have a lot of symbols, but your constitutions are what is easy, your respect, you're easy as a man. You look symbol, you go to my yesterday Ghana for, and you have a say, you need to easy.
Okay.
But young Ghana can, young bunny. It's in there. You better want to wash him, want to work him, especially say you're driving in Puneritea, and you'll be a tonazzi, and you'll be a yes sofa. Ah, you're saying any city, no, it's that boss up there, you're Ghana for. What do you think is a man? Majority, yet tonazzi will go man. You need someone young on your nation in this canoe. You're to offering, you're more Mosicano. But they were there, Ghana SEC educating people were there. One man, any season, and so go down, see through that trade we know the that give the one of the features, so on Fima. Me features now was the canoe. What before
a crater,
a cutter. It is a normal year more, so ought to me pay. Only two cases, I wonder why better. It's a that it is our duty to uphold. To respect one or some of our symbols on any city on no today Ghana for. Sabi Ghana indeed dollars. But in the obi bano mobi once a $100 about value, but obi mobi 100 cities, it doesn't value. Nkonyi no abano da muso. Yeni sika o man penyin just sika no wozi twa. Nti ya resre nyena yeton aze nkan kan yene pa yeton ngo. Yena yeton ibru. Yena yeton eziban. But they forgotten they obi wo ton emo. Oze nensa no dey ti o. Nensa hye. Owi ode nensa so dey sikam. Obi ba onwo nensa orenye hwe no san so da hye emo no dey ti. Or chemicals, it is our their respect. It is a ton as a ton and a mamon, a tony brew, a ton and go. Be a ton number one, be bearing him the oil, another yesu. I am the one son, a dish scanuma, Obama scan, obey your fee, Sicano, Obolus in the value. I wonder you should is in candles in the year respect. I dare respect to say then a cranny. So be what Yoko Chapela, Obo Moroto no collectioner. So you know you want see the crampona. You may food in ye. Remember you one. Even at them being phone or wallet, what might find shame. Mama yam one yan sikano. Young bombers in his canyon may be another ebuman as I had them as I shim. Your mom one worry what more in this council. What you say value. This goes also to go to the drivers. Yen police if you were in a quang. Obaka have friend or register. Obo woman. 1 city, another 5 cities. So what was all the 5 cities? 10 cities, about 2 maybe. We did 2 and flow. Because so one. It's one or that one or the Asha. Waji, Obo no half. Was Sika? Okonoba, as a half and so down, my one or one. Neda mano. Not the Nipano, another Timamu, another or mine, Yanya or mine, Bapa, Yanya, ya said the Indi institutional constitution or channel. Madam Bacha, Mamma Tiado. Now, my parent Bisa, a table, Mr. Peter is also a member of NCCE. In fact, on the title or a CEO. The only officers in Ghana that has the title CEO, Civic Education Officer, and I pay Wabeka Yensa. The Pedro Bisano, Madame King, or driver for, or at the ton for, or Yanama, Yako, Asola, Sikaya do to collection, Yam Yankitan Yeno. No damno asuchi bi wo ho de mayana na
medase say nyawa kana nanyen of course bibi biara constitution say yenye ana meyenye no when you go against it asuchi wo
okay
when we go against it
okay
asuchi wo
okay so we will come back to asuchi no but my mama Fosti until I think we got to the point where drivers also were mishandled Sika and you were talking about it.
There were the drivers, you know, even at all, no, so 1 2 the way ya oil them on one was Sika. Police phones once one wash went at them the day, open one day in a trade no demono. What? Obokato Canada hands now why. And the reason why we make them the shall the states, the duty of the ABAN is to make sure that we provide currency, citizen.
Okay.
What is the customer with the track? It is our duty that you buy them. You buy ban. And Masikana or personally use or back or feed or bank on San Kabe because one day we lose in the value. What say no? Or do we travel for no? About one day or the another Sikana Ebian or the Bob one yen, me to me that yen car upon. You're about to be this in hospital. No, those sound oil then, or the quick cover for no other back. No, chrono. What's shown? Until it is any duty. They yapa share the yapa respect, yapa upward any Sikano. Is it easy as a man in terms that you're on the Sikana?
Until aside yen currency, yen Sika. Abba symbols biom na
a lot of symbols. What is easy as a man?
Yan fan easy man.
Yan national anthem.
National anthem.
Yemfe is a man.
And I say more. It should be like on to national anthem. In fact.
Yemfe is a man.
Oh, I'm a fan.
Obi da no ringing tone.
So all the promote.
Oh no. The national anthem na Ghana sayeko akensim biala wobono signifies something. Even the words in it no oka bibi chwe nti odo yeze mana inye there e biza aye no ringing tone there mo phone ringa na national anthem was e bia na music.
Okay.
E bia na the reason why what national anthem what you song na you saluting wherever you are immediately about what national anthem then you should give the due respect to it. It is a little ringing tone now let's say you drive now one phone no ringa will you stop?
Naturally, it is an anthem that is played at specific and state, very important state functions.
Yes. Ama obiala zenizo ayede ozama.
And I'm more in there so there say what about national anthem baby will be no. Also the ejina. And the drive will cry. Also the ejina. Na
okay. Because echo the other countries one national anthem, I don't think they will allow the citizens to do whatever they want. They all give the due respect to their national anthem.
So that's national anthem no or yeah can then adea nihu hia pa fa mama answer that you to phone put that to phone do another one born basa one born biara the to phone do na ka there. Oh yeah, but I'll be so back there. May promote because of national anthem on national anthem. And also all of because I think one of our duty is to promote. And see, if you are also confident, so now you're in there. Oh, meleboa, my man for at the Ghana national anthem only.
Oh, but only one thing in there. I mean, I must say that to make it your ringing tone. It's not in the right direction.
Okay.
But in every function, na say your boba, obi abo so say in zaman. Am for you be a woman. No sure they need that more because if you have a drive a ringing tone, for you be at a ringing one national tempo a ringing tone. But any function be another baby and so be on the every in the morning in the office. You now your best national pledge. You may have a national anthem, you're easier than before we start our day. That one, it's in the right direction.
Okay.
But another one, Obi you also observe it.
Okay. And the key, you're not said it, I also say that you're in there. I said that you're the boo, needy, you're the my national anthem. No. So, I'll drive, I did be a the moment you hear the national anthem, usually we're born on specific and very important state occasions. The moment you hear, and most of the time it's all bola, yetati pa. Into say a TV nechimpo, na say was that about national anthem, or say there a so. I did be a say there ejai, and the driver say there ejai, na ejina, sorry, na pay attention to your national anthem. So it's a for please, this is our duty. You're not said it as a mind bapa. Yes, yes, how I handle no ye or your currency no after national anthem. So, but did you any other?
Some was in the baby. We have the national flag. Okay. That also needs to be give the due respect to it.
Okay.
And then we have the coat of arms. That also we have to give the due respect to it. The mark, the maze,
parliament.
And when they said, "Oh, nyazoye and somebody didn't as a mana." In Chenka, Speaker of Parliament is all about Parliament. Oh no, what is saying? Say, "Oh, but sorry, oh, be able to solve problem, Bonumazi." That shows that they are giving the due respect to
that symbol.
Because it's part of in Zama or what or Chade Ghana. So you say in because say young family is a young farmer now. Another foreign is for what to tune for. I say. The other symbol that we can also talk about is the a state house.
Okay.
It also gives the international there. When you be on a show now the Oracle Flagstaff house. It's also part of it. Then there is another area also. It's also part of the Bank of Ghana.
Okay.
It's also some part of awards.
Okay.
A symbol. But check the whole new baby and you need
Oh.
It's new piano shorano some Bank of
Ghana.
Just like it's also part that identified the Ghana and soon Skakraba Nikas way. And that's some of the symbols that we need to give the due respect to it.
Okay.
And my here Obio your foreigner no so oba you don't shorano or a parliament. But yet we don't see here court of farm that one. Nyema bebree. Nyema bebree wo here no court of farm no ma. It's not what them or there. Yet to pay you, but at a time will come, we will let the people know.
The reason why, yes, the reason why I said that.
Oh, yeah, oh, you come and chroma in already independent. The fourth March 1957, before you pay in, then this court of farm, I'm a cote, why ain't ready? Mamma, Ghana flag, it's also ready. Then the national anthem now, Miss Efe's man. No, so it was so ready. Before I come or stand on the podium, declare Ghana independent. Then when there, even at all, a lot of people didn't know but there, national anthem. It wasn't written original in English. It was written in Ga. It was written in Ga.
Okay.
By one Amukote.
Okay.
No, Philip Papa Thompson.
Okay.
He wrote a national anthem in Ga. Now, Philip be transferred into Kwame Nkrumah bro declare independent. First in the national anthem was sung in a local dialect. Now, as time I recall, they are international.
Exactly.
With the relationship, they are in Uncle Base. I don't want to sing and ask someone because the local dialect, maybe I want to of room to what transfer was about proof.
Okay.
The Yaman symbols was ready when we get our independence. So that's why we need to get what the respect to it, or to get that type to it, man. Symbols on Confusha wire man. Far Wofi baby was the way was a man.
And all this
all this is sharing. Okay. You need to increase symbols laying as an okay baby training. But all the things is a man.
Okay. So that is about symbols.
That's
Article 1. Okay. Okay.
Then yet by being also we to uphold and defend this constitution and the law. But the constitution now on your damn book yarakeke. On your book no.
Uphold and defend the constitution
and the law of Ghana.
On your book, no. The constitution on the book, no.
But the nyamano of woman.
Okay.
Every day, you can nyamano woman. It books up to from chapter 1 up to the last chapter of the constitution. In some woman, umbrella washes a woman or the yezido. Yezi ye chuma. How many of us 9 times the young with the APR? So constitution. No more in some woman, yezi ye chuma. Say our day you defend. Obi we take to be no family that we use the constitution to defend that person. Constitution in Pakistan is in Pakistan were no right. But it be we take to be no family there. The constitution is you don't have the right to take to be no family. Yes, you know constitution here with the structures and some no woman no. But some yes, article 71 holders here. This the constitution now. Honorable Abuaye. You defend this constitution by standing to the Supreme Court that no, and your name of the president will come home. You know, constitution not sharing that over there. Yeah. Until you have to defend whatever that is in the constitution. We should make sure that the laws in it are go accordingly not there yebama ibi bobuket aka obi bobu afado bedini na abafa na akono pepepepepepe.
Okay.
So then the constitution angasa so train there we should foster national unity and live in harmony with others. Nti ya hwa when the Australians are what they ye.
So also as a member pan or a was okay.
So the foster na akoye odo date. But on there yen task there was shen. There over there yet na in harmony into na be made through that other sin yankodo. Because in life or in manner yerubono we disagree to agree to disagree. Until no say yantumant na in harmony yantina koya other foreign country but to 200 sa. But ye yakora yet na in harmony. Obia is to see in but 200 sa Ghana moye. It's no us yantina in harmony with others. Obi biara yin ehunu wo maintain. Obi biara ehunu wo manu no matter what the person is, we should live in harmony with them. You put the national unity so that at the end of the day, when you become one, the other opponent be able to consolidate. Because here you cry, you china, but your papa, my bed, the bushiasi. So we need to live in harmony.
So all these things is under
Article
41.
Yes.
Okay.
The 41 or chain and never be brave.
Okay.
But that's our duty.
Okay.
Our day, into Asia, us now we should respect the rights, freedoms, and legitimate interests of others. And generally, we should refrain from doing acts that will be a deterrent to the welfare of other persons.
Other people.
But what are we saying? This says we shall respect the rights of the people. We should not do anything that will be a deterrent to others' people's rights. But ye one of them. See a deep and literal now, pa. Yenankasa a jumum or money. Are we respecting one another's rights? If you don't know original so, don't the day no. So more bibia be biara no. You pakono right and is on unsure. Obotum aye bibi to deter the person's freedom.
I'm in a boss.
The head.
I can't find out.
Final. No, it shouldn't be so. Then Roman paying only the final say. The same thing that if you are a citizen, you don't have the final say.
To maintain your own young corner found did do.
Found in the base of Oguma Rubebre. Oguma Rubebre in terms of noise making about the stable be in terms of the ebia. Ebe ye maybe or betetia when young corner fan. It would the me pack no right in the Wodonia. But it's not ni promotion do. It's not me a famuzido. It should not be that. Then when you go today, so we should work conscientiously in choosing profession, yara yafa occupation. Majority of us, the reason why it's not abandoned what yes, yeah, which we need. The constitution we should work consensuously. When somebody say consensus, go easier. Or there is the diligence, as in a home farmer, the zeal in working with abandoned. What's the break? 8 o'clock. And so abandoned time is really free. Time and pen baba, time and pen open. Abandoned into mammy pen me. Obi woman so akaje private man no matter what, that's your chosen profession, that's what you have chosen. If I drive a crampona, you should work consensuously towards it. Yemfa enizi informa in mana ya fada yare yen. Menka do mo boss on tua me kawe nti me yeni biala. Work consensuously. Say even at all, I was America that made you me amazing a case. It is like I'm done for second education. Topic I'm going. I've taken that. We should work with passion.
Upon yourself.
The passion that
I wanted to upon my abandoned because I don't think the private sector have that problem.
Yes.
But
abandoned because the state is providing honorary and easy. If you are a teacher, if you are a nurse, if you are a doctor, whatever, if you are working at the assembly, the ministry, whatever it is, we should work consensuously. The chosen profession, if you work for that one, a cleaner, do it and do it well with joy. I want to work for that clerk, do it and do it well. If you are a boss, do your work as it is. Men don't have your boss into anything they can do it anyhow. do it.
And if I say how na ma income, especially a manage my for
they should do consensus. E would be hormone ma. Also, I mean, the manage man and me. Into time I me e be woman time abana wo dey ye adwuma no. Then he's doing something else. That's the chosen profession. We should do it consensuously.
Okay.
Say e yaban adwumanyanya ono nkyerɛ dɛ awo ma ipeni na wo de eye. For private sector so in there I want one supervisor so we just want to but aban is it you know abaka da me yaban so yaban ni na yare it is a boss in the product company doesn't give the boss the years or fall to the debt years, but the work that you are doing should be that every year with a door because I know that under scano the major man a year no over to your work out and every year with passion with any gym with who be the zeal Asian year because I mean ye ye my ban so ye or manigan or bed or
one some
when you nipa because it's an year wage one you want from ZA who professional it chose that's your occupation area and ye at the end of the day or by affect a human or affect a human so fight aban but private sector the industry I say any year where you waiting one will be papa wa be me human wide wa konani but aban is it yes if you do ya aban there but I don't know affect any state and kasaso.
Okay.
Then we should also be in a position to protect and preserve the public property. Expose and combat the misuse and the waste of the public funds and the property. This one, no, it's a big, or you preserve the public property. Public property in Ogumaru Bebre. Indeed, the dobi or your private sector in Juma. Bottom is in a pet, but fat. Office as it akunifi on battle the public property we need to protect it. So constitution we should protect the public property.
Adibia
or yeah public property
to so that you born
yani car kwan public property yani gardens public property yani street bulbs public property. Schools or your corporate property, hospital or property.
And so how no boils down to culture of maintenance.
But the culture of maintenance no pono. But if you a hormone man, obi a hormone na ono beyo, but obi so orange. Maintenance does not necessarily that it should come from the government. We provide a damn one. Bankers as individual, you are protecting. We need to protect it and protect it well. Ebi wo ne car says car konuma e kwana na obaro pe car not knowing the car kwan na wayen na was it been to me good no yes in engine oil no yes service we do we are ma e kwan e bon de atango so ni sutogu na wona etutu are we protecting it?
No, we are destroying it.
We are destroying it. Obi at the end of the day no indiscriminate ye tutu ye ni inrua yezugu basa public property gata nsu itawo abso no de go gata no I don't the day no street light obesida ebe why na automatic the photo cell no but ebe wo so community people wo hwa ono de wo de obi no so but say adichan or expect there obi na oba asem mo no do oba so oba bedum but then find obotum aso. We need to protect all these things there times or they do because it's a public property. School then or they protect ama kakrana ban ozame no wacha. Aside that no whenever we should be in a position as there you pay the people like the social auditing.
Honestly, yen asset they as
you protect you preserve the public you protect the public person.
Oh, okay.
Funds, misuse of public person.
Okay.
Misuse of the public funds. We should be in a position to do social auditing.
On the more.
Yeah, social auditing. If the aban was the babies are bringing and the 1 year man. Borisi school then. Why a car can Borisi community center. When you have benefit is an NGO crampona. It is the duty of every citizen. They have to protect that you know share won't misuse the funds.
There be a cement to do what the Juma ahwia mboba those kind of things you know or yeah said they abandon only see school no yeah said also they gina na yehwe there's a bounce me the 100 bags cement na me the bear ya them 100 bags of cement ni na do do ona na what dey no monsieur from madam
there most of the time whenever they give us any project to be ana worry was this signboard with the base ho what the billboard with base ho the contractor's name, the project, the amount to quote to us. It is the duty of finding out the actual amount has been used. It is a cement, and so 100 bags now. So what that bar? And you didn't know what it be for baby. About tomorrow, miss concrete now. What miss concrete? What the buy 70 bags? What the buy? You want 30 bags in a day? That means that our social response of the team. Yeah,
na said it.
Yeah, for your phone call. At times, no way or woman. And yet, see what David not to so see baby Ponori Yanos on Jenny. But what for the other shed there, you be exposed as that on your papa. No, you put to your conference. Oh, I did. We did the cement and come. Now, when you're born there, cement one so, and you know you see. Say one day, even at all, no work is simple what you be with that. Why you have ever right because that's what the best one in him. The important project in other men. One contact number so you can call. The men were there, workers and the foreman of half a cement be what half a day. That one you are doing social auditing, you are reporting and combating misuse of the public funds. Because cement or the bed one for missing one father one found can be before from if from quiet. Now as a for that one need to be done. The social auditing we need to be in a position to assure that your audits, your property, then the misuse of the public funds and also. We should also be in a position to demand accountability. From again stakeholders. Because the assembly, they are there for us. They will hold one accountable. Are we doing it? So when you are building a project, we have every right to let us. The assembly to account to us because it's
common fund now what they ban.
Oh, they to me, yes, to you. Ma obey, was a year, then it's because cake now what fish or one. Yes, was a man. It is Edda wasn't obi busy, individual be busy. On yama or money in Nara or mentioning in a yen on benefits in Nara. So we should wake up by over the year, but keep. Paying phone on their toes by to expose them if they are misusing public funds.
All right, so that is what Auntie Fosti is saying. This morning we are discussing Article 41, the state principles of public policy. Auntie Fosti, hono oka yen citizens yen asade ma osade yeye. Na obwa ye nyina obwa oman no nyina and firstly have we exhausted the okay I think so okay so for the sake of time my member Miss CEO Nodo na membisan but that firstly I'll come to you for your last words. I think this is not just the end, this is just the beginning.
Yes.
So we'll delve more into details, especially when it comes to holding government accountable, doing social audit. Earlier, the question I was asking myself is, how can I, me as an individual, hold government accountable? Because common fund me mean security. What they me meaning? Say what ba so mbe, what they be ye, one ba man ye. Nti me now may hold government accountable. But I think that will be a topic for another day. But I'll take your last comment. But maybe sir, may CEO, civic education officer. There, I said na yamame abode ni nyina no. So far, what is your assessment as a civic education officer? What do you see young citizens? What are we doing? Are we doing our duties as is expected of us? And if not, what will you tell we the citizens to do?
Me that's it. To say last week me ma a assessment, you know, em say, and then so no me say, my assessment is that we've been fair in obeying or adhering to these duties. Niema aban ehwehwe fi honum say yen because sanka yen nyina pepepe dia we should see massive changes, massive development in our municipality and generally in Ghana. But since aye nyina yegitum say bibia ewe yenu ho bibia ewe enya ho ne yepese yedu ana nia eda yenisu no yenye nu honum no, it means say ejuma that's wo ho a e wo say yeye duties no ebia ne de edo so na sabeka se me fa na baako de a say yebeche na so to say madam eka about ye sikasem say mishandling of our currency. Na yenim say ye mbebe na yedi hofo no yenim. We are to promote we are to try and live in harmony with each other. The verdict is there for us to see. Is that the case? Are we living in peace and harmony in the entirety of Ghana? And now in a Hunter Westerner. Because say ya to say ye ni obi biara betena se e wa asomdwe mu a menyi ni say ye bete wetin wa kame biara menyi ni say ye bete ene ye say peni we oni peni we omuntemu nye a ye tete ho nsem no say ya to say ye betena se e wa asomdwe mu a menyi ni say ye bete say ahemfo even the same municipality cramp no in Tawantawa ewo monte. So say yedi say sa emra we say yedi so dia na ye ni ye dia me gidi say ye nyina no we will see say oh ampa hanum de asumdwe wa oh ampa oh Hunter West asumdwe wo ho, they live in peace, they live in harmony with one another. Ye nye wetimi wa kame ye nye we won free ha ade ba ko e wo ha ade ba kwa ha me fi baby na me bae me just me bae no one of the first very few instructions will be mama I say hey you are in a Hunter land, be careful so
but I
had to but be careful no so so we should what I'm trying to say is that ejuma wo kwa ye betumi aye your primary teachers say more room for improvement and ejuma wo wa say respecting the rights and freedoms of each other no ehunya papa ehunya, and if we are doing that also asumdwe beba and until litigations be brave. You and I know say in a Hunter West there are lots of litigation, lots and lots of it. Almost every time there's a factioner odifo. Almost every time. So meaning that if near odifo no or if they need to me and on person be respected the rights and freedom of the other person. You see, so if we should obey that law, so it would help us. Madam Bosso said we should work conscientiously wherever we find ourselves. It is there. It is there. So, nema wabu bosso ne die yen timimufo yen asede no bebre wo ho a e wo say we should set up and do better. We have to set up and do better. Akabe miensa 9 bia mijidi say maybe for lack of time next week ne beto aso, but those ones are equally very important. I only maybe won say ampa say your contribution no mpo little contributions no and also no ebe boa aban ma wetumi ebu omani wetumi kura omani ye. Nyema ya bosi, they are not just duties, they are not just nyema then you go your way. In society, when we do it and do it well now, we will see the
impact,
the impact,
the
and
benefit,
the effects,
the results. When we do it and do it well.
Yes.
My main call Auntie for Stiho, Minji ne final words. I think clearly, my wakani na no, na yawa asudi, and na yasanso wa sede the or sede ye na oboye na. I think he has talked about a whole lot. Yeah, even Yenska Sem, how I handle Yenska, how we pay respect to our symbols, our national anthem, the maize in parliament, how we can even hold government accountable, how we can also do social audit and make sure that even we as a citizen have a duty or accept there yet to ensure that materials or the bad or the bay jumane and pack the knee na ye jumana. But clearly, I wouldn't mention many there's more room for improvement. My question to Madam in there, what is NCC doing? And that's going to be your final words. What is NCC doing? Seeing that, especially when it comes to we should live in harmony, we should respect the right of each other. Now, the mother no on kodo, and that brings about litigation. Now, what is NCC doing to make sure that the information gets down to the good people of Ahanta and Ghana at large, and also what NCC want from we the citizens of Ahanta and Ghana at large?
NCC ensuring that we are living in harmony and in the Oyaza, papa, and will continue to do. Because if not the NCC, I don't think there are a lot of Nyemebia, Ghana, but we are not going to be a dream. Because if there's a Bobo compare 20 last year election, it is the duty NCC to be a even I thought the Minister for Finance was able to say that the NCC play a major role in 2024 election movement the peace already. Because we always engage the people. And more or less, so you have more concentration most of the time. You there, you call communities. We also engage the students, especially I'm a former also. You want to casa communities in the Yoko. Oh, the baby, when it will be the time they be in peace. And during the election time, particularly in the chaos, we normally organize programs for the political youth activists. We talk to them. The importance of what the peace that we need to uphold, the need for us to live in peace and oneness. At the end of the day, even to yet to be able to fund per day, some of the summit was some of other countries in our as from doing what through election. But it tells the back. So NCC, we are still on our work. We are doing it, and we will continue this year, as we have said. We are going to do more of such educations with regards to the living in harmony and cohesion with one another, so that at the end of the day, Ghana will contribute where we are now. Obiala with Ghana, we are doing it. You continue.
Okay, so in doing that, what do you expect from we the citizens?
There one thing also has been a challenge. We want the citizens to. They should always be in a position to attend our programs. Eco community bia, inyama se bia roko accredit a program now. The youth they will not come. But what we expect the citizens of Ahanta, that they should always click to us. When they hear us, wherever they hear NCC, they should adhere to whatever that we are saying. So at the end of the day, that will make them a better citizens. They will know their right and know their responsibility as well. Because it's a for instance, I went to one of the community to do education. Yeah, but what the challenges can say, we expect the citizens there this year 2026 and say up and there. What but they will and then local FM local do NCC as every man on work do NCC full best year one community mo kwaya no because say minimum what back akrano they get to know there sana el kebel obi point them when jiska through the education it boils up into it there no be say them madamntem ko obi when jiska but they be say ma kire kwan no but majority no e friend one na wamba so I don't the day no they are sitting on what's in the darkness more. No one might be one book cut for one do. So if you want to be in a daylighter, whenever NCC comes our office are also open in terms of anything that bothers your mind. Come, we will give you the direction for you to know your rights and to know your responsibility so that you can live and live happily in a hunter's.
All right, that is Mama Fosti, the Municipal Director for NCCE. And the pay on yen Asia na wa church yen asede as a member pa most of the ye we also had in our maze young brother Peter my friend is CEO also be kan ye ho ama ya kan 70 bebre abusuafo final words from Auntie for staying there. They need NCC, they need citizen participation. Nti yembo ye ho modern there. Then na when we hear about activities of NCCE, yembo modern there ye be participate. Na ye participate obuanye ankasa. Ona wale chere no wa chere ama wa buanye na yehu yen asede yehu mo ye betim aye yehu ma yentimenye yehuma odem faso be brain. In fact, what try now odem faso be bre or the brain. So this brings us to the end of the show. What I will say is that I thank you so much for spending your time to watch the show, for using your data, for commenting and liking and sharing. We'll bring the show to an end. And we'll have another segment, God willing, tomorrow. But then I will say, stay safe. We'll meet again.
It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't.